Jeff Retro Rides, working on a Camaro today. We're doing something different than we normally do here. Normally we make something a little more impressive as far as the stance goes. I guess that's my opinion. This car had a really good stance. It was down low on the tires, hugged them. It looked sweet. Customer didn't like it. Said the headers were dragging. Wanted to raise it up. So we're doing a four-wheel disc conversion on it, doing Willwoods in the front. It had disc brake on the front before, but we're doing drilled and slotted rotors, new master cylinder and booster. And it pains me to say that we're putting factory springs back in it. So this is the spring that came out. This is the spring that's going in it. Spring that was in it, new spring. And then the back, I have the one leaf spring out right now. And you can see the difference between the one versus the other. So it'll sit like a stock Camaro. Yeah. So yeah, this car came in and he wanted to raise it up. He's had a lot of work. This is a beautiful car, really nice build. Came in, another shop did some work on it, pointed out the headers right here were the wrong header for the car, so they put a divot in it around the steering. So we've got a new set of ceramic coated Doug's headers for it. And then he decides that he wants to put some new heads on it in the cam. So it sounds great. It sounds excellent. It's got a mild cam in it. There's like, I don't know, a couple thousand miles on the build, and it's a beautiful build, like rotisserie, nice car. But he's making it his own. So it's got Corvette valve covers on it. We're gonna pull those off. It's got World product heads. We're taking those off, and we're either gonna do Edelbrock RPM heads or we're gonna do an AFR head on it, aluminum head, and then do a roller cam conversion in it, along with the new headers and also a rack and pinion. So lots of and thens on this one. So this one's getting and then some more. So stay tuned for that. We'll do another video once we get everything torn apart up top. But I got the master cylinder, as you can see, the brakes and front suspension apart, and working on the rear right now. So kind of cool, kind of fun, kind of amazing in most aspects, but I wish I was lowering it. But I'm not, I'm raising it. That's cool though. To each his own. We put all new springs in the back, new spring shocks in the front, Willwood disc conversion in the front, disc conversion in the back. Just got wrapped up putting all that stuff in. In the meantime, we pulled apart the motor, took the heads off, intake off, pulled the cam out, and doing a top end kit on it. So we're gonna do some Edelbrock heads, bigger cam, roller conversion. Had a flat tappet cam in it. It was a 280, not a bad cam, sounded good. But we're going bigger, so it'll have like a 290 split duration cam roller. So that and roller rockers. New headers. What else? Oh, rack and pinion. Just came in this morning. So doing a rack and pinion conversion on it, along with the new headers. So hopefully everything works well. I'm a little concerned with the rack because the way the headers go, so I don't really know how everything's going to work yet. So once I have the heads mocked up, get a header in there, make sure the rack and pinion's going to fit. I kind of think that it might need to do a mid-length header instead of a full length, like what it had The reason why we replaced the headers is because those headers were incorrect. They had actually knocked a divot in it, or not a divot, but a big dent in the header to clear the steering box. So right here, you can kind of see they beat it up pretty good. So not a bad header, ceramic coated header, but unfortunately they've got some damage from whoever installed them last time. So in doing that, we were gonna just put some new headers on it, and then he decided to do a rack and pinion conversion. So we're gonna put a rack and pinion in it. But outside of that, when I pulled it apart, the hardened facing on the axles were coming apart on them. So we put some new Yukon axles in it, along with the disc brake conversion. When we had everything apart, I just got done putting the diff cover back on it, sealing it up. So still have to attach the rear sway bar. But for the most part, we're getting there. Big pile of parts. Normally, all the old parts off these cars are garbage, but this car is a fresh build, and all that stuff besides the axles are actually decent parts. Like lowering springs, disc conversion. So, but he's going to try and sell all that. So, anyway, yeah. So we're just motoring on. See how it looks here. Should have it back on the ground. Here, I'll lower it down. You can get a peek at the motor. Worst part about doing these things when you have such a big project like this is it's got flat tops in it and stuff, and everything's all cleaned up. But, you know, normally you can do a conversion or do a project, and it's just one or two things. But when you have so many moving parts that are going on, you kind of got to make sure you do it in the right way, because it can kind of create a bit of a bottleneck if one component doesn't work, or we have to reorder something because it doesn't fit. But yeah, so once I have the heads on it, I'll get the headers in there, and then I'm going to pull the steering box out today, mock up that rack and pinion and see how it fits. Kind of a different fitting rack and pinion. It actually mounts in the lower control, let me try it again, lower control arm bolt holes. So it goes up like this. The bolts, those are control arm bolts, and then it actually hangs down below the oil pan. So it's a good thing that we raised the car up, because the rack's going to be hanging down a little bit. It'll actually be down below the cross member a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with things. But haven't done one of this style of racks. A lot of other ones, but each manufacturer kind of does their own thing. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah. Hey guys, Jeff Retro Rides. Working on Mark's Camaro still. Doing a rack and pinion conversion on it, and running into a little bit of a speed bump. The oil pan, the sump on the oil pan, the stock oil pan, is real long. Not that, but I mean, it's pretty excessive. So the rack wouldn't fit up in there, so we got a new oil pan for it. Shorter sump, so I'm really hoping it fits. In doing that, I had the pan up in there, and because the sump is so far forward, they had the oil pickup real far forward also, so I couldn't get the new pan on. Now we have a new sump, so getting ready to put this on, measure it, throw a tack on it so it doesn't fall off, and put the pan on. Then we can continue motoring on. But I got the water pump on it. I got harmonic balancer. Just kind of working on it. So making headway on this one. But yeah, pretty cool. Hopefully we'll have it running here. Supposed to have push rods later today. We got those from Smith Brothers. Measured it up this morning, and then Eric called in the order, and customer's going to go pick them up, so be able to adjust the valves and put the intake on it. Oh, yeah, we got a new intake. So that's the old one right there. So when I kind of mocked everything up, and I can't show you the new one because it's on the motor. I'll have to show you later. But I put everything on there. He bought these nice polished valve covers, polished water pump, and then I set that intake on there after I'd cleaned it and everything, and it just looked off. So he bought I don't know if it's ceramic coated, It looks like it's polished, but I think it's ceramic coated intake. So it's all basically the whole top end will all be new. The heads, valve covers, intake. He's got a chrome alternator, so everything. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. We'll show you that a little bit later. Kind of finishing things up. We did put the shrink wrap hose clamps on it, which are nice. Got rid of the other ones, kind of big, bulky, ugly looking things. We still got another bracket we're waiting on, so then I can put the alternator belt on. But I'm just getting ready to prime the motor. So I want to make sure there's oil to the top of the motor before we go to fire it off. But yeah, it's getting close. It was a really nice car. Pretty sure it's a rotisserie. Beautiful build, but Mark wanted to make it his own, so we like doing that. So that's what we did. So yeah, next I'm just getting ready to prime the motor, and after that, waiting on one of the parts houses to deliver some spark plugs. Get those in there and see if it can make some noise today. But outside of that, I still got to line it. Devin's making noise back there. Yeah, pretty cool build. Nice car. Kind of looking forward to driving this one. Now we're on the alignment rack. So the thing is pretty much as stock as it gets now, but front and back both came up. You know, we did the wheelwood disc brakes in the front. We did the disc brakes in the back, all crossroads slotted rotors, wheelwood rotors, power booster, heads, roller cam conversion, roller rockers, Smith Brother push rods. And yeah, it came together good. Quite a project. Normally we have projects and you have like, oh, we're going to do brakes, or we're going to do engine work, or this one had a little bit of everything. So let me see if I'll fire it up for you. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely higher. Potato, potato, potato. Well, it sounds good.
That's actually a lot more tame than I expected.
What's that?
It's a lot more like quieter than I expected.
Yeah, but you give it gas and it wakes it up quite a bit. But I haven't tuned it or anything yet. Like literally, I got it running. Pulled it over here. We still got to bed the brakes in on it, but for the most part, it's just, I haven't even adjusted the timing in it. I put the distributor in, I rolled it around, fired it up. I was like, cool, it runs, let's go, no leaks. So put it on the alignment rack, and then once I'm done with the alignment rack, we'll go through and I'll double check all the header bolts and everything and go through that stuff. But yeah, yep, one step at a time. Woo! A little bit brisk out there. Better roll that up.
It's so high in the car.
Yeah.
Like the seats.
Yeah. Oh, it's a close ratio. Dude, like rack and pinions in these cars, like literally, there's no movement. Like in a steering box, it'd be like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
But like, rack and pinion is just like, wow.
Feel everything.
Yeah. Yeah, this is legit build on this thing. I think it was an owner build, like, not an owner build, but I think it was like the guy did it for himself, and those are the best ones to get, because there's no expense spared. And that's that. Well, we just made it back. Took our trusty Savior in case we have a problem with us, but we didn't. It was good. Drove it, steering wheel straight, shifted good, it was quiet. I think Mark will like it. So we'll kick it back to him tomorrow.